So this new unit is going to introduce us to our house, la casa, y los quehaceres, or our chores. See? So, el baño, this is how we say the bathroom. So this is one of the rooms in the house. La cocina, this is the kitchen. This is where we would cook or cocinar. So I could say, yo cocino en la cocina. I cook in the kitchen. Yo como en el comedor. This is the dining room, or this is where you eat, en el comedor. El dormitorio, this is where you dormir, or you sleep. So this is your bedroom, el dormitorio. La sala, this one's a little trickier. You're going to have to memorize this. This means living room or family room. La sala. El garaje, this is garage, el garaje. Looks a lot like garage, it's just pronounced differently. So, repite, garaje. Bien. La yarda, this is your yard, front or back. That one's kind of easy, yarda. El sótano, this is your basement. You'll notice it has an accent over that first O, so it's sótano. Repite, sótano. Bien. El jardín, this is the garden. It looks a little bit like garden, okay? Por favor, repite, jardín. Jardín. La planta baja, this is the ground floor. So I live in a rambler, so my house actually just has one level because I don't really count the basement as a level. So la planta baja, this would be your ground floor, or if you're in an apartment building or a hotel, ground floor would be what you walk into from the street. So, por favor, repite, la planta baja. El primer piso, this would be your first floor. So, whatever is like the floor above your ground level, primer piso. Segundo piso, if you had two floors in your house, which some people might. So this would be el segundo piso. And obviously, if you're going into a hotel or an apartment and there's multiple floors, you just add the new number in front of it. So tercero, el tercer piso, el cuarto piso, el quinto piso. See? La escalera or las escaleras, these are stairs. It looks a little bit like escalator, which is what we would think of as going upstairs. See? Las escaleras. Por favor, repite, las escaleras. Muy bien. El cuarto, this just means room in general. So any kind of room that you wanted to talk about. If it isn't a specific name for it, you could just call it el cuarto. Los quehaceres, these are your chores. Por favor, repite. Los quehaceres. So it has the word hacer in it. This is something I have to do, because hacer means to do. It can also mean to make, like if I wanted to make a sandwich or a cake, and we'll see that being used a little bit later on. So, por favor, repite. Los quehaceres. Muy bien. ¿Qué estás haciendo? What are you doing? So again, it has that verb hacer. We've seen this before. This is the IENDO, the ING in Espanol for an ER verb, and the verb estar being used to talk about what somebody's doing in the moment. ¿Qué estás haciendo? What are you doing? So we'll continue to practice using this form a little more with some of these activities for chores and things. Arreglar el dormitorio. This means to arrange your room or fix your room a little bit, kind of clean it up. Arreglar literally means to fix, okay, or arrange. Por favor, repite, arreglar el dormitorio. Cortar el césped, and you'll notice césped has that accent. Okay, this means to cut the grass or literally mow the lawn. Okay, cortar el césped. Dar de comer al perro. This means to give food or to feed your dog. Okay, dar de comer al perro. You could obviously change your animal here if you have a different type of pet. Hacer la cama. This means to make your bed. So in this case, hacer means to make. Hacer la cama. Cama is your bed. Por favor, repite. Hacer la cama. Muy bien. Hacer la tarea. in this case, hacer means to do your homework, which I know sometimes parents have that as a chore you've got to complete before you can move on to something else. So tarea is homework, and in this case, hacer means to do. Lavar los platos. This means to wash the dishes. Lavar los platos. Lavar la ropa. To wash your clothes. I know ropa looks like rope, but we're not washing rope here. We're washing clothes. Lavar el coche. To wash the car. Or you could use the word el carro, C-A-R-R-O instead, but we'll use coche in class. Pasar la aspiradora. This is a tricky word. Let's try and say that a little slower. Aspiradora. Por favor, repite. Aspiradora. Okay, this means to vacuum. Poner la mesa means to set the table. Okay, poner literally means to put, like so you're putting dishes on the table. We'll also use this word when we talk about putting on clothes. We'll do a little bit of a unit in December to talk about clothing that we put on. And we'll also use this word, quitar, which means to take off or take away. So quitar la mesa means to take the dishes away or clear the table. We'll also use this to talk about clothing that we take off, quitar. Quitar el polvo, so taking the dust away, okay, or getting rid of it. Quitar el polvo. Polvo, like when you pulverize something, it creates dust or debris, so that's kind of where that comes from. Quitar el polvo. Sacar la basura, to take out the trash. We use this when I tell you to saca el lápiz, saca un lápiz or una pluma, to take out your pen or pencil. Sacar la basura. Limpiar el baño, to clean the bathroom. So limpiar means to clean. Or we could use it for this, limpiar el piso, to clean the floor. Limpiar. Cocinar, to cook. So I would say cocinar for la cocina, because they kind of go together. So yo cocino en la cocina. It's a regular AR verb, so if I want to say I cook, I just take off the AR and add an O. So if a room is clean, I could say está limpio or está limpia. It would depend on the room. So if it's el baño, I would say está limpio. If it's el dormitorio, I would say limpio. But if it's cocina that ends in an A, I would say está limpia. Or if it's la sala, the living room, está limpia. So I just have to change this adjective to match whatever room or thing I'm describing. And I'm using estar because obviously that's a condition that's not going to be permanent. Things aren't always going to be clean. Sometimes they might be sucio. So if my room is dirty, I would say, mi dormitorio está sucio. Or if it's the baño, el baño está sucio. Again, changing it to an A for a room that ends in an A, like la cocina está sucia, or la sala está sucia. Okay, so muy bien. Those are the words that we're going to be working on, and we'll continue practicing and using them as we communicate and write. Adios.